pass inside to Nunez, but a little behind her, and Puerto Rico comes away with it. Drive and dish from Melendez underneath to Angelica Bermudez with the left hand, and she scores. And it's 4-0 in favor of Puerto Rico.
Bermudez can go inside and out. She can stretch the floor with her shot. No screen, they got to talk on that.
Ball goes out of bounds, it'll stay with Mexico. No doubt Puerto Rico playing this game with very heavy hearts after learning yesterday of the passing of Tuto Marchand. Described as the most popular figure in all of sports in Puerto Rico. As Silva for Mexico had a moment of silence before each of the first 2 games today. We'll have moments of silence before each of the next 2 on this opening day as well. Nice drive and ball fake there by Ashley Perez, but could not get it to fall.
She read Silva's head on that one. Soon as Silva looked away is when she went left.
Nunez on the handoff to Pardo. Back up top to Luna. Now into the corner. Here's Orozco on the drive, and a foul is called.
Mexico will go inside out a lot. Their 2 bigs, Nunez will get the ball down there and not necessarily look to score.
Puerto Rico fouled on Ashley Santos, her first. Santos, 23 years old, plays at Louisiana Tech in the U.S. Orozco hits the first free throw.
Isn't Tech the Raging Cajuns?
Believe they are. Second free throw, no good. Ashley Santos, the aforementioned Raging Cajun, grabs the rebound. Now a 3 on the way, and that's good from Tayra Melendez. I just saw Pamela Rosado bring that ball up and playing some defense now. She reminds me of the Puerto Rican point guard on the national team in Dallas Maverick, J.J. Barria.
Ah. Good comparison.
Now a sub for Mexico as Orozco comes off. And Gladiana Avila comes on.
Mexico with a little pressure here, make them work.
Rosado gets it right back, pops for 3. That's good!
That was textbook. Screen, come off of it, knock it down. Nice play.
I believe they gave those points on the stat program to Angelica Bermudez, but that was Pamela Rosado. Now Perez for 3, and that's good! Puerto Rico on fire from beyond the arc early. And Javier Cineros takes timeout.
Back-to-back threes.
Puerto Rico with a 13-3 lead, 6:18 to play, first quarter. Well, Mark, when a team comes out shooting hot from three-point range, at some point you just have to hope they cool off. But is there anything you can do defensively to make them cool off?
Yeah, you got to mix it up defensively. How are you rotating on the screens too? You can't go under in this situation because they're hitting. Now you're gonna have to trail. You have to somebody what I call show and go. The defender's got to show himself outside. That way the offensive player has to take another dribble to get around.
As soon as they make a pick and roll here, opposite side have to get the roll.
Pick and roll to the baseline. Are we trapping this or
trapping?
just
They're going to the line. They're trapping. Okay.
You call it.
Keep going to play.
Let's go,
Nice dish out there from Rosado, and the three-pointer.
Yep.
Gets it right back, pops, and drains it.
That's the one I was talking about. She can't go that far underneath the screen and roll. She'll knock it down every time.
Puerto Rico 3 for 3 from beyond the arc so far. Ooh, Rosado almost traveled, puts up another one. Boy, that looked like it was going to go in.
Yeah, feet were a little not quite set.
Silva double teamed, cross court pass. Now a 3 on the way from Luna, and that's good. So Mexico strikes from beyond the arc, cuts the lead to 7. Rosado into the corner. Now the touch pass inside to Santos gets tipped out, and here comes Mexico. Pardo has it knocked away from behind by Rosado. It goes off Pardo, and that's going to be Puerto Rico ball. Puerto Rico wearing black mourning bands on their uniforms on the right side of the top of the jersey.
Puerto Rico using the UCLA cut from the top.
Nice feed inside. Bermudez with the left hand. Puerto Rico back on top by 9, 15-6. There's Avila. And she draws the foul from Ashley Perez.
Now Mexico also likes to run a set. You have the 4 and the 5 down on the blocks, and then they'll bring the 2 and the 3 can come off of either one. They'll look for an angle cut off of that to flare out.
Angelica Bermudez and Ashley Santos sit down for Puerto Rico. Coming on is Allison Gibson. And Iselis Quinones. Quinones, beg your pardon. Melendez, top of the key. Over to Rosado. And now to Quinones.
Good
bounce pass inside to Gibson, and she draws the foul.
Gibson
that foul is
read
going to be on
opening.
Gladiana Avila. So Gibson to the line. Now Rosado sits down, and Deshali Salomon comes on. As Allison Gibson nails the first free throw. Once again, we're glad you can be with us around the Americas or around the world, wherever you're tuned in from. I'm Craig Fada alongside the coach, Mark Anderson. We will be with you for every minute of every game of this tournament.
Good double screen down low for Silva to come off of.
Silva faked the shot, got the pass inside to Perez, or Nunez, beg your pardon. She was bumped from behind as she shot, but no call. Now the handoff to Gibson. Salomon. Outside to Melendez, she drives, goes up with the left hand. Good defense there by Mexico. Now up ahead to Pardo.
Good decision.
She has to circle it back around. Silva now, still plenty of time. Avila lost her footing. And now it gets kicked around out of bounds, and that'll be Puerto Rico ball. Bad break for Mexico as Gladiana Avila, I don't know if she hit a spot of moisture on the floor or just needs some new tires, but
you know
her
what?
feet went right out from under her.
Typically, if it's wet out there, the player will point down. She never did anything,
Right.
so feet just went out from under, I suspect.
Ashley Perez comes out, and now Michelle Gonzalez comes on.
There's the flare off the horns. Oh, nice pass.
Beautiful drive there by Deshali Salomon, and then just drops it off nicely for Iselis Quinones.
Puerto Rico will run that horns with the flare a lot. They'll get that shot where Gibson went, after she set the initial screen, went over to the right side off of Quinones.
Michelle Gonzalez on the floor now with Desharley Salomon. They're teammates in Puerto Rico with Cangrejeras de Santos. Marie Placido on that team as well, on Team Puerto Rico. Avila hits both free throws, and it's 19-8. And now coming on for Puerto Rico is Yolanda Jones, 33-year-old veteran for Gerardo Batista. Swings it left side. Gonzalez now back up top to Gibson. Gibson pulls up, gets it to Gonzalez, thought about the three, drove, kicked it out to Quinones. She loses it underneath, and here comes Mexico. Laura Nunez came away with it. Now Martinez.
There it is.
Nice ball movement by Mexico as Luna ends up with the easy bucket. Salomon.
Good defense.
Yeah, trying to get around Carmen Saad. Gibson, three to shoot. Puts up the bailout three. Misses everything, and
Craig, that all came off the defense on the point guard on that, making her use her dribble instead of having good looks.
Nice defense by Carmen Saad. 26-year-old plays professionally in Lebanon. Luna giving it up to Saad. She's bodied by Salomon.
I'll go with curl action off a floppy look.
Avila, the pretty drive and finishing with the right hand. Now you say a floppy look, Mark. What does that mean?
So you put the 4 on one block, the 5 on the other, 2 in the corner, 3 in the other corner, and then they can either cross underneath, they can curl off of Nunez as she just did. They can angle. There's a lot you can do out of it. It's also called choice.
And an offensive foul on Puerto Rico. That's against Yolanda Jones away from the ball. And it'll be Mexico's ball. Trailing by 7, a minute 53 to play first quarter. Puerto Rico got out to a hot start on the strength of their three-point shooting.
Again, game of runs. So Mexico's on a little 6-0 run here.
Avila to inbound.
Nice screen coming.
Saad gets it right side to Luna, loses the handle momentarily. Avila gets it back. 5 to shoot for Avila. Driving baseline, tries to scoop the pass underneath and eventually gets it to a teammate, but Mexico runs out of time, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Puerto Rico ball.
Mexico tends to be really patient with their ball movement and such, so sometimes we'll see it run down under 2-3 seconds before a shot will go up.
Gonzalez, left side to Jones. Jones gets it poked away by Nunez nicely, and here comes Mexico. Good defense by Ashley Gibson. Gets a hand on it and pokes it away off of Gladiana Avila, and it'll be Puerto Rico ball with 1:07 to play first quarter.
She could have led her with that pass just a little bit more, Craig. Avila would have had a layup.
Now Salomon to her right, around the screen by Jones. Gonzalez a little late coming around the off screen. Gonzalez, 3 to shoot. Gibson for 3. That's good! Gibson looked like that was a little bit outside of her range. She didn't look terribly comfortable shooting that ball, but
no.
went right down, and it's a 10-point lead for Puerto Rico, 22-12. Now the jumper short by Luna, but she follows it, gets her own rebound. Gibson with the right hand and in.
Doing a nice job.
17 seconds Over to Martinez. She drives, switches hands, and an offensive foul. As both officials, Leonardo Salazar and Rodrigo Mejia Mesa, had that call. So Saad sits down for Mexico. Brisa Silva comes back on. Sandra Vargas on for Puerto Rico.
Gibson 7 points in under 5 minutes.
Beg your pardon, it was Marie Placido back on for Puerto Rico. She launches a three, no good, rebounded by Avila, and the foul called against Michelle Gonzalez. Puerto Rico had one other sub in there. Trying to figure out who that is. Oh, was that Rosado coming back on? It was. So Avila to the free throw line with 9/10 of a second to play in this first quarter. Puerto Rico leading by 12. Make it 11 as Avila hits the first free throw. Avila hits them both, and she's got 6 now. Rosado, I don't think she got that off. They're going to say she did get it off. I'm sure they would have reviewed that had it gone. At any rate, it was off the right side of the backboard. And at the end of one quarter, it's Puerto Rico 24 and Mexico 12. Back with second quarter action in just a moment. Puerto Rico leading Mexico 24-12 in this, beg your pardon, 24-14 in this first quarter. Puerto Rico shooting very well, 5 of 8 from 2-point range, 4 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the stripe. Mexico not bad, 3 of 7 from 2-point range, 1 of 2 from distance, and 5 of 5 from free throw range. Yeah, from the free throw line, I should say.
Both teams are shooting well. So Mexico just hasn't had enough of the shots.
Puerto Rico 7 rebounds in that first quarter. Mexico with 4. Gibson leading Puerto Rico with 7 points. Rosado has 5. For Mexico, Luna has 5 and Avila has 4. Omar going into the second quarter. Mexico trails by 10, 24-14. What do they need to do?
They got to get some easier shots. They're not getting enough shots like Puerto Rico is. And just finish. Get some defensive rebounds here, make it one and done at this end. And score at the other. Sounds simple, but it's got to be done. There you go. There's one stop.
Here comes Avila. Bianca Torre into the game now for Mexico. Avila's layup won't go. Mexico got a pretty good look there. But those are the kind of shots you want to see them make.
Right. And again, that comes down to them being really patient sometimes.
And a nice find there from Angelica Bermudez to Ashley Perez. And the lead is back to 12, 26-14. Luna on the block, working on Bermudez. Has the shot blocked by Bermudez. Here comes Rosado. Right side to Santos. Drops it inside to Perez.
Nice up
Wheeling
and under.
Dealing, yes!
Good footwork on that by
The lead
Perez.
is 14, 28-14 now. Luna hands it to Torre. Back to Luna. Long jumper, short. Rebounded by Bermudez.
Nice
up ahead
pass.
to Melendez. And did she drag the foot? She did. Tried to put the brakes on and let the defense fly by, but.
Now let's go back to that previous shot by Luna. If she was only a couple, maybe a foot inside the three-point arc, if she's going to shoot from there, might as well shoot a three.
Avila waiting for the offense to get set. Nunez to Torre. Torre around Nunez. Now back to Avila. 5 on the shot clock.
Good
Spinning
spin
away.
move.
Kick out. Long deuce on the way. No good. Santos pulls down the rebound.
Travel.
And a travel. Yeah, that was Tara Melendez. Caught it and started running. So now Luna comes out and Miriam Lara comes in. She just turned 23 years old last week. So happy birthday to Miriam Lara.
Good
Nunez
patience.
from the elbow. That rings out. Bermudez the rebound. Here comes Puerto Rico again. Rosado to Santos. She pops from 17. That's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Nunez. Martinez on the drive.
Good defense.
And she travels. Yeah, outstanding defense
Excellent.
there by Ashley Perez.
Perez had the exact angle you want on a drive like that. Didn't let her get around her. Excellent. Forced her to the baseline.
Rosado, top of the key. It's an interesting pass.
Right.
Kind of a no-look flip. Tried to lead her, led her all the way into the corner, and now Puerto Rico has to make something out of this.
Could have
Perez
gotten away with a foul on that
gets
one.
it to Santos, up and under, no.
Oh.
Puerto Rico actually ended up with a decent look after that. Now Lara dribbles it off her foot, gets it back, puts it up off the glass, but it won't go. Rosado. Lead stays at 14, 28-14. 6:45 to play, second quarter. Rosado, guarded by Ingrid Martinez into the game. Wild shot by Bermudez. She says she was fouled. Salazar says play on. Now here comes Puerto Rico back the other way. Despite getting bumped, Tyra Melendez high off the glass and in. Her first, actually her second bucket. She's got 5. Nunez gives it up to Torre. She launches the 3-ball, no good. That'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Puerto Rico ball. Maria Orozco comes back on for Mexico as Torre sits down.
In this situation, down 16, you try to make it up too quick. You just got to get your shots when they're there, knock them down, and then chip away defensively. Don't give them some easy looks here and get some stops, score at the other end, you get right back in it.
Pardo back on as well for Mexico. Santos now sits down for Puerto Rico as Allison Gibson comes back on. Now Melendez, a little stop and go move. I think Pardo might have gotten a piece of that. Carmen Saad tried to jump the passing lane and steal that one.
Perez with a good look.
Beg your pardon, that was Paola Crespo. I knew that wasn't right. Saad plays for Mexico. Wrong number 10. Orozco to Pardo.
That's the way to recognize.
Puerto Rico foul called on number 22, Ashley Perez, as Laura Nunez sits down and Jacqueline Luna comes on.
Recognize that nobody had slid over defensively on the screen up top.
Laura's free throw a little too strong. Second free throw rattles out. Rebound tipped and then controlled by Allison Gibson. Rosado up ahead to Salomon. Crespo spinning in the lane. Shot, I think, was tipped. And it goes out of bounds off Melendez. That'll be Mexico ball.
It appeared that it was, but that wasn't the call.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play in this second quarter. The action has slowed as Puerto Rico maintains this 16-point lead, and now committing the foul is Daisherly Salomon. That's her first. Just a little reach in there. Pardo picked up by Salomon, around the screen by Lara. Now Luna inside to Lara. Goes to the right hand and off the glass for Lara.
It's a little running hook shot.
2 points for the birthday girl. Rosado's floater won't go. Tapped out of bounds by Yolanda Jones.
Craig, that could have been an offensive foul on that one.
I thought it could either have been an offensive foul, and I thought Jones tipped it out, but they're going to say that went off Mexico. But it's Puerto Rico ball. Salomon pops from 14, no good. Luna the rebound. Pardo into the front court, giving it up to Martinez. Now up top to Lara. Stolen away by Gibson. Allison Gibson with a right-hand lay-in. Off the steal and fast break, and Gibson with 2 more points. 32-16. Puerto Rico has again doubled up Mexico.
Mexico is very patient with their offense.
Luna from inside the right elbow, no good. Gets her own rebound. A running floater by Orozco won't go. Luna strong in the lane and puts it in. Luna's got 7. .3:15 to play in this second quarter. Pull up by Rosado, no good. Stolen away by Salomon. She shoots it up over Lara and misses. Lara saves it inbounds.
You got to value these possessions. Gonna run horns.
Pardo to her right. Boy, she had Lara on the cut, but the defense up high was too good to deny the pass. Yolanda Jones giving it up inside, getting it back. Has it blocked from behind by Martinez, but that'll be a foul on number 7, Ingrid Martinez, and Yolanda Jones will go to the line. There you see Jones go up. Hit from behind. That looked to be a little cleaner than it was.
Right.
Now Placido on for Puerto Rico. Do we have all 3 Congra Harris teammates out there at once? We've got Placido, we've got Salomon. Is Michelle Gonzalez out there? No, she is not. She is.
She is, yeah.
Michelle Gonzalez, she is. I thought that was Rosado again. So all 3 teammates from Congra Harris de Santurce, I should say.
Full court pressure here.
And a double dribble. Carla Pardo guilty of the infraction. She sits down, and Carmen Saad comes back on.
Right off her left leg. Interrupted the dribble.
34-18 in favor of Puerto Rico, coming up on 2.5 minutes to play. Placido for 3. That's good!
That's that Horns flare right there. Just knocked it down.
Martinez.
Got to roll. Look.
Nunez. Oh, and a nice find by Nunez rather.
I noticed that a lot of the offense goes through her, Craig, because she is such a good passer.
Allison Gibson, hounded by Orozco. To Jones, back to Gibson.
Nice
back
pass.
To Jones. And she gets fouled, and we'll go to the line again. That foul for Mexico on Maria Orozco.
Right there.
They called it on 15, but I thought it was.
Oh.
Yeah, he held up the fist along with the 5. But that foul was clearly on Luna, as Orozco not even in the game.
Gibson read as soon as Nunez steps up towards her defensively, she dropped the bounce pass down to Jones. Textbook.
More pressure from Puerto Rico. Minute 45 to play in this first half. Puerto Rico by 18. Luna over to Martinez, and a whistle away from the ball. I believe they're going to get Yolanda Jones.
I believe you're right.
That'll be foul number 2 on Jones. Third team foul, just 2 team fouls for Mexico. Fresh 14 for Mexico. Luna to Martinez. Her shot was blocked. And here comes Puerto Rico. Salomon to Jones.
Had a backdoor cut if she would have gone.
Placido for the long 3. Steph Curry range out there. Jones the rebound.
There it is. That's what she wanted the last time.
And the nice lead pass from Yolanda Jones to Deshalee Salomon. Can't get the layup to fall, but the foul is called. That'll be on Laura Nunez.
She led her perfect with that bounce pass.
Yeah, when she first started that pass, I thought, my goodness, what is she doing? She doesn't have the angle. Shows what I know. That's why I'm up here.
Well, she wanted that the previous time she had the ball and no one cut.
Tough to make that pass when no one's cutting.
Right.
At least you shouldn't make that pass if no one's cutting. Salomon hits the second free throw, and it's 40-20.
Still keeping on the pressure.
Gibson sits down. Ashley Santos back on. A minute 5 to play now in this second quarter. Luna. Nice pass inside to Martinez, but she can't seal the deal. That was a quick pass there from Orozco.
Good move.
And pass from Jones intercepted. Here's Pardo. I beg your pardon, that's Saad ahead to Orozco. And she draws the foul. I think that's going to be on Deshalee Salomon.
Called her for a block here.
And that'll be her second foul.
I don't think
So Orozco to the free throw line.
He indicated that she blocked her, but it looked like more like a slap on the arm.
Ingrid Martinez sits down, and Sandra Vargas comes on. Free throw from Orozco, a little too strong. As you hear our microphone right up there on the rim. Second one is good. Once again, outstanding work by our FIBA television crew, bringing you the high-definition pictures Lots of cameras following the action, lots of microphones as well. You hear inside both huddles. Action on the floor. Ball hitting the rim. Jones with the follow, won't go. Gets the rebound, but then an offensive foul called. I think they're going to get Jones for leading with that off arm.
Let's watch this one, Craig. There's the rebound.
Oh, yeah, she cleared off with that arm.
With the left.
And sent Avila down to the floor. That's a good call right there. I missed that. Once again, that's why I'm up here.
Well, at first, when I first saw it, I didn't think it was either. But now that we see the replay, the officials are what? They're right?
I know as a coach you hate to admit that sometimes, but as I was saying in our meeting last night, I said, boy, you know, we talk about the officials missing one now and again, but more often than not, when we go to the replay, they get it right. They, more often, 9 times out of 10, I would say they make the right call.
90%, we're going to give them that? All right, 90% then.
Timeout Puerto Rico. They lead by 19, 40-21, 10.4 seconds to play, second quarter. Let's listen in to the huddle for Team Puerto Rico. Gerardo Batista, the head coach.
Pamela, Ashley Santos y ¿qué me queda? Dacha. Árbitro entrega la bola, cortina y te abres a buscarla. ¿Okay? Paso la bola, abro duro y esta jugadora se mete para la esquina, pase y entonces atacamos en una última jugada. Eres tú le pasas la bola, después que la coja Pamela, tú vienes y abres hacia la bola y atacamos y creamos y tenemos todo el mundo abierto ahí. Un tiro.
Duro, 1, 2, 3. Puerto Rico.
Getting a look at Team Puerto Rico's play coming out of the timeout. Looks like they were setting up a three-point shot.
All right, 4 across here with the ball out of bounds underneath.
Makes it easy with those little magnets. You don't get all the squiggly lines on the dry erase board.
As long as you don't lose them.
Mistake it for a button or something. Salomon between the rings. 6 left on the clock. Step back now, accelerates. Kicks it out. 2, now 1. Placido, long 3.
That is
good! Placido! As the second quarter comes to an end, a long three-pointer. And Puerto Rico takes a 43-21 lead heading into the locker room at halftime. They may review this.
I think they may be talking about that, but it looked good as soon as she left her hand.
Oh, it wasn't even close. That ball was halfway there when the shot clock went off. They get the thumbs up from the crew here at the table, and that counts. So the second quarter comes to an end on the long-range 3 by Marie Placido, and it's Puerto Rico with a big halftime lead. Let's get a look at some of the halftime numbers. Puerto Rico 60% from three-point range, 6 of 10, and 7 of 8 from the stripe. Not terrible from two-point range, 39, not great, but Mexico just 27% from two-point range. Rebounds about even.
Yeah.
Right now, Mark, it looks like the difference is just Puerto Rico's hot shooting.
Right. You know, looking at the shot chart, they're getting a lot of good looks out beyond the arc, knocking them down. What did we say they were, 60%?
They were 60% from three-point range, that's right.
Yeah.
Mexico, 17 turnovers in the first half. There's your difference.
Yep, that hurt them.
And Puerto Rico really outscoring Mexico in that second quarter, 19-7. As we go to the first half highlights, there's Pamela Rosado. And now Tyra Melendez getting it underneath to Angelica Bermudez. Now the catch and shoot there by Ingrid Martinez. Rosado kick out. And that three was good for Tyler Melendez. One of 6 3-pointers hit by Puerto Rico in that first half. There's another one, that one from Rosado. Now Luna, that 3-ball was good. Rosado to Melendez, back to Bermudez. You think if they ran a Tex Winter offense, they would call it the Bermudez Triangle?
Well,
sorry.
No, that's actually pretty good.
Good work
Yeah,
there.
great, excellent footwork there with the up and under. The camp moves, as we like to call them.
And
The shooters roll.
yeah, Ingrid Martinez getting that one to fall in. A great look at the 3-pointer by Pamela Rosado. What great pictures. We have an outstanding crew here with FIBA. Great camera work, great audio work, graphics, statistics.
Oh, it's been great.
And then they had to go and hire us. He's Mark Anderson. I'm Craig Fada. Hope you're enjoying this one. I'm sure everybody in Puerto Rico is enjoying this one as they lead Centro Basket rival Mexico 43-21. Nice first half by Allison Gibson.
I think one thing that hurts Mexico is their patience on offense. Watching a previous game that they've played, they don't speed up their offense. They stay at the same. They're well coached, but sometimes that patience in a game like that, you know, you've got to look to have some quick scores.
Just mentioned Allison Gibson, and there's her getting 2 of her points. And then the long 3-pointer to end the first half from Marie Placido. Big smiles for Team Puerto Rico as they take a 43-21 lead at halftime. We're back with second half action in just a little bit. reset the clock. They didn't count that last minute down.
Well, they didn't let it run down.
Welcome back to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina for the 2017 FIBA Women's AmeriCup Championship. Second game of the day, this one between Mexico and Puerto Rico. Mexico needs to do some work here in the second half. They trail coming out of halftime 43-21.
It's a good start.
Yeah, that is a good start as Laura Nunez gets them a couple points closer. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Fada. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. Top 3 teams in this tournament qualify for the 2018 FIBA World Cup held in Spain next year.
2 things jump out at me, Craig, from the first half. Points from turnover, Puerto Rico 29-3, and then their bench points 22-8.
Hard to win a game when you're giving the ball up to the tune of getting outscored on turnovers 29-3 as Ashley Santos hits from 17 there.
Her first points of the ball game.
So got some of the numbers from the first half. Individually scoring, Tyra Melendez 5 for Puerto Rico, Pamela Rosado with 5, Angelica Bermudez 4, Allison Gibson 9, Deshalee Salomon 2, Marie Placido with 6, Ashley Perez 7, Yolanda Jones 3, and Isales Quinones
Pardo
with
and
2.
Rosado
Yeah,
ran
Pardo
into each other.
And you see Pardo wearing that face mask, and she has her nose taped underneath. I don't think she got hit. I think it was just more the jar. Maybe she did take something across the bridge of the nose, but either way.
Grab her face there.
Leading rebounder for Mexico, or rather for Puerto Rico, was Deshalee Salomon. She had 4. Salomon also had, Salomon had 4 assists. Melendez, Santos, Bermudez, and Yolanda Jones each had 3 rebounds for Puerto Rico. For Mexico, Jacqueline Luna had 7 points. Gladiana Avila had 6. Brisa Silva had 2. Miriam Lara had 2.
Good drive.
And Maria Orozco had 4. Leading rebounder for Mexico in that first half was Jacqueline Luna with 5. And Laura Nunez led the way with 3 assists. 20-point lead for Puerto Rico, 45-25. Puerto Rico outscored Mexico in that second quarter 19-7. They really turned the screws defensively. That shows that they were not content coming out of that first quarter with a 10-point lead.
And that's probably where the bulk of those points off the turnovers came from.
Brisa Silva for 3, too strong. Santos tracks it down. Here comes Puerto Rico looking to extend that 20-point lead. Bermudez gives it up on the wing to Melendez. And now a foul away from the ball as Daniela Pardo got tied up with Perez, I believe. Yeah, she was holding Ashley Perez.
Yeah. Grabbed her around the waist.
Rosado attacks the elbow and then gives it up. 10 to shoot. Inside now to Perez. She wheels it back around. Long cross-court scoop pass. 3 on the way. Melendez, no good. Rebound. Fought for and won. And somehow Puerto Rico gets it back. Now Rosado for 3, a little short. And Pardo picks up the rebound. Boy, Puerto Rico getting some repeated looks every time down the court.
That's the thing as a coach that you can't stand is when a team keeps getting 2 or 3 offensive rebounds out of one set.
Luna misses from the corner. That would have been a
Nice
2.
pass.
Rosado loses her feet, but somehow gets the ball out to Melendez. Hand off to Rosado, 10 to shoot. Around the screen by Bermudez, falls again. Now Perez has it. 3 to shoot. Looks up the bailout shot from the corner, gets it tipped. And here comes Mexico, still trailing by 20.
Mexico needs to string some scores together here.
Pardo thought about the 3. Goes around Rosado, tries the behind-the-back pass to Luna. But while she's in the air in that restricted area, Angelica Bermudez gets called for the foul.
Hay cambio, Puerto Rico regresa al chip clock, se retira Santos.
Ashley Santos sits down. Allison Gibson comes back on for Puerto Rico. 6:42 to play, third quarter. Silva launches the 3. A little too strong again, and Allison Gibson tracks down the board.
She had a good first half, 9 points in 10 minutes.
Rosado over to Bermudez. She launches the 3, and that's good. Angelica Bermudez hits from long range, and it's a 23-point lead now for Puerto Rico.
Was that out of the triangle, Craig?
The Bermudez triangle. I may have to copyright that one. Nice drive there by Pardo. Tough bucket at the other end by Tyra Melendez. Inside 6 minutes now to play third quarter. Pardo bringing it up. Luna from 15, and she swishes that one. Pretty shot there by the 24-year-old center, Jacqueline Luna, playing professionally in Australia.
It's a good-looking shot.
Rosado, 10 to shoot, around the screen. She pops and strikes. A nice shot there by Pamela Rosado, pretty stroke.
Yeah, she came off of that screen really quick. There was no chance for Nunez to get there.
And now it's a 25-point lead. Pardo thought about the 3. Drives, kicks it into the corner. Now Silva shoots the 3. Airballs that one. She's been too strong on all 3 of her 3-point attempts. Gibson underneath. Oh, a pretty pass to Melendez, but she could not finish from the air.
Nice pass.
Oh, beautiful no-look pass from Silva, but that was a great defensive play as Avila had her shot blocked. I didn't see quite who got a hand on it. Might have been Bermudez. Puerto Rico's defense has been outstanding. Now Pardo for 3, that's short.
Mexico is trying to pick up their pace offensively. I can see it.
Good defense by Luna off the fast break. Gibson unable to score there.
They got numbers, they should push.
Yeah, Bermudez slow getting up the court that time. Luna to Avila. Driving, kicking it out to Luna. Wide open jump shot, and that's
nice.
Good. Jacqueline Luna, the pretty stroke there.
Oh, a little action.
Yeah,
you see that?
Avila and Ashley Perez with a little, how you doing?
Somebody called timeout, right. No?
No, they just, somebody was a little injured. Somebody on
all right.
Puerto Rico, and then there was the bump. I didn't see quite who was bent over. But on the court now for Puerto Rico is Desiree Salomon as Rosado comes off. Iselis Quinones back on for Puerto Rico, along with Marie Placido. Salomon, Quinones, she's picked up by Nunez and a foul called. That foul is going to be on Laura Nunez, and that'll be her 3rd. Beg your pardon, they put that up as her second. Now Placido to Salomon. 9 to shoot. Gonzalez on the drive with the left hand. They were going to give her continuation on that.
I believe so. It was going to be the end one.
That foul for Mexico was on number 9, Brisa Silva. Yeah, there was no doubt. Player was by her. And Gonzalez misses the first free throw. And the second one rattles in. 53-31 now in favor of Puerto Rico.
Keeping on the pressure.
One-woman press in Salomon, and now Placido comes up to help, but Mexico gets out of it easily. Nunez between the rings, left side now to Orozco. Back to Pardo. Long jumper on the way from Luna. That's no good. Nice job on the box out there by Iselias Quinones. And the foul in the backcourt committed by Pardo. That'll be her third. She's the only one with 3 fouls for Mexico. Yolanda Jones has 3 for Puerto Rico. Deshalee Salomon.
Puerto Rico stacked it on the left block.
Gibson on the drive, kicks it out. Quinones, her jumper is no good. She had a pretty stroke there.
Yep.
Missed a little bit left. Orozco looking, finally gives it up to Silva in the corner. Shot clock at 10. Pardo. Thought Luna, I beg your pardon, that was Nunez, thought she was going to cut a little bit more, so that kind of threw things off there. And now here comes Puerto Rico. Salomon in among the trees. Had it blocked, and now an unsportsmanlike.
Salomon read the fact that no one was turning around on defense and just went down the lane.
Boy, they called an unsportsmanlike there on Marie Placido. I'm not sure I agree with that unsportsmanlike. It was just a bump. And if you're familiar in international basketball, you don't see it a lot in the U.S. If a team is on a fast break, the team trailing the break will just grab the player with the ball to prevent an easy layup. But that was not quite the case there. It was a bump, and so maybe that's why they called the unsportsmanlike.
You can have clear path fouls too.
That is true.
If she had the clear path, but that wasn't the case in that one. But
yeah, either a clear path, if there was an open player beyond the ball, you could call the clear path.
Correct.
So Mexico trying to find anything here, and great defense by Gonzalez, knocking it out of bounds into Mexico's bench. Javier Ceniceros looking for answers. Nearly stolen again.
If she would have gone with her left hand, she probably would have had that.
Vargas got it in the corner to Maria Orozco, but the shot won't count. A shot clock violation. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Puerto Rico leading by 20. 20 turnovers for Mexico in this game. Salomon. Kick out to Gonzalez. Her three is no good. And it goes off of the hands of Iselias Quinones.
So Brazil have, what, 27 in the first game?
Yeah.
A little bit different outcome for them. Coming off the horns, there's a flare. I'm going to go to Luna.
Luna to Ramos. Now Orozco on the drive, 7 to shoot. Back up top to Ramos, and Ramos loses her balance, but bumps into Placido and draws the foul. Good break there for Ramos in Mexico. Well, that's why she lost her balance. She bumped into Placido, so good break.
That'll do it.
Vargas now, and a foul away from the ball. Marie Placido, I think she bumped Orozco while Orozco was trying to stay with her player. You want to rub the person, but you don't want to step out and bump them.
Right. Sometimes we'll have players give hip checks
Yep,
as they're
that's
going
exactly
by.
what that was. Both free throws good by Orozco. And the lead is inside 20. We saw Venezuela make a big comeback in that first game against Brazil, so
You
don't
know,
need to count out Mexico just yet.
with the three-point line, no games are over. You can never count a team out. I've been on both ends of those, Craig. Believe me, you can't count it out.
Now Gibson on the drive. Quick
Nice
spin to her
move.
left, and she's going to draw the foul on Orozco. And Orozco helps her up after sending her to the deck. That's one of the nice things about these international games. For the most part, excellent sportsmanship. Hard foul like that is committed, the player will help the other player up. Don't see that very much in American basketball, that's for sure.
No. It's the kind of things you want to see, like the sticker says on the backboard, clean game.
Yeah. Clean game in more than one respect, of course. Talking about clean play, but also keeping the players' bodies free of performance-enhancing substances. Illegal ones, anyway. I'm sure they heartily encourage vitamins and Cheerios, Wheaties.
There's a long list by the World Anti-Doping Association that's out there. You got to be careful too.
Yeah, sometimes even those legally bought over-the-counter supplements, man.
Got to be careful, right?
That's why they say no matter what sport you're in, if there's controls before you put anything into your body, you take it to your team and have a doctor or the trainer give you the yes or no.
Always good advice.
Gonzalez for 3. That rattles out. Santos swoops in and rips the rebound away. And then Gutierrez ties her back up, and it'll be simultaneous possession, and the possession arrow goes to Puerto Rico. And I've worked a number of international FIBA tournaments the past 3 or so years, and I've yet to hear of a player being disqualified because of performance enhancers. Luna that time fouled hard by Isalis Quinones, and Quinones helps her up. These players are tested.
And it can be random. You never know when they're going to ask for it.
Free throw by Jacqueline Luna is good. .88 meters in the metric system. Back home, we'd say 6'2".
En cambio, México a la cancha, Núñez, se retira Luna.
I'm 6'3", so that would make me about 193 centimeters or 1.93 meters.
I'll let that one go.
Mark gives me the sly look as if to say, who are you kidding? And a nice scoop as the end of the third quarter comes. Mexico back to within 18, 57-39. Fourth quarter action here from Buenos Aires coming up in just a moment.
En el segundo juego de esta primera jornada, AmeriCup femenina Buenos Aires 2017.
(57-39) as we head to the fourth quarter. I'm Craig Feda alongside the coach Mark Anderson. And Mark, Mexico not shooting the ball particularly well, and they're not taking care of it, and that's why they're down 18 points heading into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, looking at the box score, Luna has 13, and there is let's see, Avila has 6, Pardo has 6, and then after that you get a lot of 2s and 0s. But by the same token, you look at Puerto Rico, they've only got 1 in double figures, Gibson, but it's spread out with a lot of 7s, a lot of 4s and 5s.
As we look at all the individual numbers on this one, Allison Gibson leads the way for Puerto Rico with 11. Ashley Perez, Tyra Melendez, Pamela Rosado, and Angelica Bermudez all have 7. Marie Placido has 6. Initially Salomon 4, Ashley Santos 2, Michelle Gonzalez 1, Yolanda Jones 3, and Iselis Quinones 2. The only player for Puerto Rico not to have scored is Paola Crespo. And she's only played 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Leading rebounder for Puerto Rico is Ashley Santos with 5. As you said, Mexico led by Jacqueline Luna with 13. Pardo with 6. Avila with 6. Orozco with 6. Miriam Laura Nunez each with 2. Risa Silva, Claudio Ramos each with 2. Leading rebounder for Mexico is Jacqueline Luna with 7. Daniela Pardo for Mexico has committed 5 turnovers. (57-39), a minute elapsed just about into this fourth quarter. Gibson on the left wing, dumping it inside to Jones. Little spin move around Nunez. Nunez got a piece of that on the way up. Jones still got the shot off, but Gibson comes away with it. Now Melendez with a right hand off the glass and good. No panic there from Puerto Rico.
No, Coach Batista's got to like the fact that so many people are scoring off his team. That's always a good thing.
As a coach, if you're playing a team that has balanced scoring, how do you stop them defensively?
That's it.
Because you can't really focus on one person and make somebody else beat you.
That's what you want.
Because everybody's beating you.
Right. That's what you want. The distribution like that. Everybody's getting touches, playing team basketball. That's going to be tough to defeat.
That foul on Laura Nunez as Allison Gibson crashes to the floor. That's 3 on Nunez to go along with 3 for Daniela Pardo. Gibson hits the first free throw for Puerto Rico. Marie Placido has 3, as does Yolanda Jones. Gibson swishes both free throws, and the lead is 22. Puerto Rico's led by as many as, I believe, 25. I don't think it got up to 26. Pardo spinning and giving it up. Now Ramos, beautiful defense there by Puerto Rico's Tyra Melendez. Not only did she force the tie-up, she forced the travel. Ramos and Pardo sit down. Bianca Torre comes on, along with, I believe, Maria Orozco.
Yeah, largest lead was 23.
Torre to her right, into the corner now. Pass out to Orozco. Back across to Luna. She has to pull up along the baseline, tries to get it out of harm's way, and tried to find Torre, and threw it a little bit too far. There was some question as to whether that ball got tipped by Puerto Rico or not, but the officials say it did not. So Puerto Rico ball.
Running off the horn set.
Rosado changing directions and losing the handle, but getting it back, and now tried to get it to Allison Gibson, and goes off of her chest and out of bounds. Torre coming into the front court, around the screen by Luna. Now back top of the key over to Vargas. Vargas has her pass tipped, and it's a 3-on-1 for Puerto Rico. Gibson with the left hand, no good.
Santos read the passing lane perfect on that steal.
Boy, we've seen some fast break layups rattle out, and that time Melendez intercepts the pass. Has it blocked clean by Nunez. Saved in bounds by Ashley Santos, but there was nobody home, and it goes out of bounds in front of the Puerto Rico bench, and it'll be Mexico ball. Ingrid Martinez on now for Mexico, along with Gladiana Avila. And on for Puerto Rico is Maria Placido and Ashley Perez. No, Yolanda Jones, beg your pardon. Luna into the corner for Avila. She drives, gets bumped by Melendez out of bounds, and that foul will be on Melendez. That will be her first.
You know, we've only seen 4 points scored this quarter.
Martinez to Nunez, out to Torre. Oh, beautiful feed inside to Nunez. Can't finish with the left hand, gets her own rebound. Back up again, this time with the right and in. Good work there by Laura Nunez. Kind of turned into a track meet here, but not a lot of points.
Right.
Placido thought about the three. Now Perez to Melendez. 10 to shoot. Rosado between the rings to Yolanda Jones, spinning, working her way through traffic, and count it!
It's a strong move going to her left.
Very strong move by the veteran Yolanda Jones, 33 years old. Says traffic, what traffic? That foul
contact
was on Jacqueline Luna, her first. Melendez sits down, and Angelica Bermudez comes back on. Boy, you don't lose anything there.
No.
Jones cannot complete the three-point play, but Bermudez pulls the rebound down. And Puerto Rico with a chance to run off 14 more seconds. Rosado gives it up. Three on the way, and that's good! Marie Placido hits from three, and the lead now is 25. Torre right side to Ingrid Martinez. Now other side into the corner. Avila has her pass knocked out of bounds by Ashley Perez, and it'll be Mexico ball with 9 to shoot. Torre to inbound. That's it to Luna. Up top to Martinez. She drives the right side. I'm not sure if she was losing it, was trying to pass it, or shooting it. Either way, Puerto Rico came away with it.
Looked like it got a little bit of block on that.
Yeah. Now Yolanda Jones backs it out. 9 to shoot. Bermudez. Long jumper, no good. Luna the rebound. Torre up ahead. Oh, the touch pass intercepted by Angelica Bermudez. What great reactions.
Stepped out of bounds.
Boy, just cat-like reflexes by Angelica Bermudez. There's a look at that. Step out. Torre to Nunez. Now Avila. Back to Torre. Around the screen by Nunez. Gives it up to Nunez. Touch pass out to Avila. Good close there by Ashley Perez. Now a 3 on the way from Luna. No good. Boy, everybody from Puerto Rico just stood around and Mexico got the rebound. Torre inside to Nunez. Out to Avila. That 3 misses. Ripping the rebound out of there was Avila. No, beg your pardon, that was Silva. I did not see Brisa Silva check back in. The shot missed anyway. Had it gone, it would not have counted. It was a 24-second violation. Saw Brisa Silva in the airport yesterday. And on our flight from Dallas to Buenos Aires. That 3-pointer is good for Michelle Gonzalez, and Puerto Rico continues to rain it down. A 28-point lead now, inside 4 minutes to play, 69-41. Saw a trio of Mexico players as well as a couple of coaches on that flight from Dallas to Buenos Aires.
Which was a short jaunt.
A short 10.5 hours. Poked away by Deshalee Salomon, and just tremendous defense by Puerto Rico in this game, forcing turnovers, forcing steals, tipping passes. Shot by Bermudez, no good.
Yeah, they're doing a great effort at the defensive end. And they're still down in their stands too. You know, you get a game like this, sometimes you'll be standing up late in the game. They're not.
Nunez, correction, that was Luna that missed from in close.
Hay cambio Puerto Rico.
And the ball goes out of bounds to Puerto Rico. 3:15 to play. One game already in the books. Brazil beat Venezuela 71-63. Brazil led for almost all of the game. Looked like they were going to run away with it a couple of different times. Venezuela came back to tie it in the 50s. I believe it was at 51. And then when it looked like it was out of reach, inside 2 minutes, Venezuela got to within 4 inside of a minute before Brazil pulled away for an 8-point lead.
They had 2 huge runs there in the fourth quarter that closed it down to a 2-possession game.
Don't forget, coming up at 6:35, it's Cuba and Canada. Those 2 teams played in the final of the 2015 edition of this tournament, I should say. Back then it was called FIBA Americas. FIBA Americas Championship. Now it's called the FIBA AmeriCup. Salomon's 3-pointer, no good. Now the long pass ahead to Nunez. Yeah, she caught that in traffic. She went up there like Randy Moss. Or maybe Gronk. And then our nightcap at 9:05 tonight. It will be the host nation, Argentina, taking on the 2017 Centro Basket champions, Virgin Islands. And the outstanding player, Natalie Day.
Back.
Brisa Silva showing some crafty veteran moves there. Behind the back, step back jumper. Tell she's practiced that one a couple of 100,000 times.
It was pretty smooth, right to the left hand, from right to left.
Inside 2 minutes now, 26-point lead. Luna to the right hand off the glass and good. Pretty shot there by Jacqueline Luna. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Paola Crespo.
Mexico's still playing hard. Yeah, you like that. You like to see that.
That is one thing you will notice in these international tournaments is that does not matter the score or time of game, teams play hard the entire 40 minutes. That is one thing that has been tremendously impressive to me over these past 3 or so years in doing these international tournaments. You do not see a national team give up.
A lot of that comes from not only being the national team, but also being professionals.
That is true. Luna handing it off to Torre. Now left side to Avila. Spin move. Looked like she shuffled her feet. Now a three from the outside on the right. That's
Silva.
Yeah, Brisa Silva again. Lead down to 20. Crespo looking to break into the scorebook. Has her shot blocked from behind by Nunez. I believe Crespo the only player in this game not to have scored for Puerto Rico.
That is correct. She was looking to get into the books on that move.
Salomon, 9 to shoot. 1 minute to play. Pass tipped away, saved by Gonzalez. Her bailout fall-away three-pointer no good, and that's a shot clock violation against Puerto Rico. And again, Salomon conceding nothing.
No.
With a 20-point lead and 48 seconds to play. Luna from the free throw line works her way to the left, now kicks it out. Silva again, three-pointer a little too strong. And a backcourt violation for Mexico. So it will be Puerto Rico ball with 34.4 to play in this fourth quarter. Again, coming up at 6:35, it's Cuba and Canada, followed by Virgin Islands and Argentina at 9:05. One game already in the books. Avila contests the shot by Melendez. Brazil beat Venezuela in the tournament opener 71-63 in a rematch of the 2016 South American Championship. 4 games tomorrow, starting off with Paraguay and Cuba at 1:35. Then Venezuela and Virgin Islands at 4:05. Colombia and Brazil at 6:35. We're going to see Colombia for the first time. Paraguay as well. And then the nightcap tomorrow, Canada and Puerto Rico at 9:05. Silva's shot misses. And the clock winds down, and this one goes final. 69-49 in favor of Puerto Rico. They take down their Central Basket rival Mexico and get opening day points. Again, the final, 69-49, Puerto Rico defeating Mexico. Mark Anderson, a strong effort from Puerto Rico all game long. They started off with some pretty hot shooting, but they just didn't rely on that outside shot. They kept up the defensive pressure all game long, and they forced Mexico into a boatload of turnovers.
They played full court pressure for virtually the entire game, but the other thing that I liked is when the outside shots cooled off, everybody else got involved. I mean, it just wasn't relying on a couple people. As we said, everybody scored except for one player, I believe. And, you know, that's the kind of distribution you want out of a coach and out of your team.
There you see Mexico with 30 turnovers in the game. Puerto Rico 15 steals. Mexico actually out-rebounded Puerto Rico 40-39 as we look at the game leaders on this one. Allison Gibson, 13 points. Ashley Bermudez, Angelica Bermudez, 6 rebounds. Pamela Rosado, 6 assists. Steals, blocks, and turnovers. As we look at, once again, the team numbers, Puerto Rico, 24 of 62 for 39% overall. They were 15 of 43 for 35% from two-point range. 9 of 19 for 47% from three. They were 12 of 15 for 80% from beyond the arc. Mexico, on the other hand, 14 of 44 for 32%. Beg your pardon, 16 of 55 for 29% overall. 14 of 44 for 32% from two-point range, and just 2 of 11 from beyond the arc, 18% there. They were 15 of 19 from the free throw line for 79%. As we look at the highlights, let's run down the individual numbers for Puerto Rico. Again, they were led by Allison Gibson, 13 points. She also had 3 rebounds. Tyra Melendez had 9, as did Marie Placido on 3 of 4 3-point shooting. Pamela Rosado with 7, Angelica Bermudez 7, Ashley Perez with 7. Yolanda Jones had 5. Desharlie Salomon had 4. Michelle Gonzalez had 4. Ashley Santos had 2. Isilis Quinones, beg your pardon, had 2. Paola Crespo played but did not score. Bermudez, the leading rebounder, with 6 for Puerto Rico. Salomon and Rosado, 4 assists apiece. Santos and Rosado, 3 steals apiece for Puerto Rico. For Mexico, Jacqueline Luna had 16 points. She also had 11 rebounds. Brisa Silva had 7, most of those coming late. Maria Orozco with 6. Daniela Pardo with 6. Gladiana Avila with 6. Laura Nunez had 4. Miriam Lara had 2. Claudia Ramos had 2 for Mexico. Their leading rebounder again was Jacqueline Luna with 11. Daniela Pardo had 4 assists. And Laura Nunez had 2 blocked shots. Impressive performance by Puerto Rico. They got out of the box and took it to Mexico all game long.
Yeah, there was no letting up. You know, we saw Solomon still picking up full court well into the fourth quarter. You know, just keeping up that type of intensity, and that carries over to other players when you see your point guard doing that.
And the look on Javier Ceniceros' face says it all there. Puerto Rico's got their work cut out for them tomorrow. They take on Canada in the nightcap at 9:05. While Mexico has an off day. For my partner, Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feta saying so long for now. Don't forget, coming up at 6:35, it's Cuba and Canada, followed at 9:05 by Argentina and Virgin Islands. Thanks for watching, everybody. So long for now.